When my children walked downstairs on Christmas morning, they were in shock. No decorations, no presents under the tree, no smell of fresh cinnamon rolls, and I was gone. Let me explain. You know those people who celebrate Christmas all year long? Yeah, I'm one of them. Hi, my name is Tasha Johnson, and I am a full-blown Christmas enthusiast. I live in Grand Blanc, Michigan with my husband Greg and our 3 kids. Corey, who's 9, Becca, who's 12, and Timmy, who's 14. And when I say I love Christmas, I mean I love Christmas. At work, I have a countdown calendar to December 25th, a mini Christmas tree with real lights, and yes, a signed picture of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I've worn Jingle Bell earrings unironically, and I absolutely own a Christmas wreath sweatshirt. No shame. Now, my family? They're used to my Christmas personality. But they do not participate. At all. They don't help decorate. They don't buy gifts. They don't wrap anything. They won't watch Christmas movies with me. They won't sing carols, nothing. And last year, I finally decided I'd had enough. So I made a decision. This year, I was going to give them a chance, but if they didn't participate in Christmas with me, I had a surprise waiting for them. The day after Thanksgiving, I asked for help putting up the tree. No one came, so I dragged it up from the basement myself, set it up in the living room, and left it completely bare. No lights, no ornaments, nothing. When December rolled around, I practically begged them to watch just one Christmas movie with me. Any movie, their choice. Still no. Then came the last straw. My youngest, Corey, came up to me and asked, "Did you go grocery shopping for Christmas dinner yet?" I told him I hadn't, but if he came with me, we could go together. And in the sweetest voice, he said, "That's okay, I know you've got it." And right then, I realized something. They didn't think Christmas just happened. They thought I would just handle it. Like always. So in that moment, I made a decision. Christmas 2025 was officially cancelled. Christmas morning, I woke up early, like I always do. But instead of going downstairs to cook breakfast or put presents under the tree, I took a shower, got dressed, and left. I went to one of the only diners open nearby, had breakfast by myself, then drove around looking at everyone else's Christmas decorations. By the time I came home, it was about 10 a.m. The house was completely quiet. When I walked in, my entire family was sitting on the couch staring at me. "Good morning," I said. "Merry Christmas." If looks could kill, I wouldn't be here telling this story. Timmy was the first to speak. "Mom, are you okay?" "I'm perfectly fine," I said. "Why?" He looked at his dad and siblings, then back at me. "Well, you didn't wake us up like you usually do. There's no breakfast, no decorations, no music, no presents?" I smiled a little and said, "I just thought we'd try something new this year." They blinked, confused. So, since no one wanted to help with decorating, cooking, or anything Christmas related, I shrugged. I figured we'd just skip Christmas this year. Becca gasped like she'd just seen a ghost. Corey looked like he was trying not to cry. Greg? Completely unreadable. After a moment, Corey asked, "So, are you at least making breakfast?" I said, "We have cereal." Becca finally spoke again. "You didn't get us anything for Christmas?" I said, "Of course I did." Smiles broke out across their faces, until I reached into my purse and handed each of them a Bank of America envelope. Inside, 2 crisp $100 bills. That's it. Later that day, Greg came into the bedroom while I was reading. "Can we talk?" he asked. He said he understood why I did what I did, but asked if I had to take it that far. And that's when I asked him, "How many years have I been asking for help? Begging you all to do anything with me for Christmas?" He went quiet. Then he said, "I didn't realize it meant that much to you." And just like that, I realized something too. They never ignored me to be mean, they just never understood. That night, I stayed in my room, watching Hallmark movies by myself. And honestly, they let me. For a few days, everything was quiet. Awkward. Back to normal. Until Saturday morning. I woke up around 8 a.m., and I heard Christmas music. I rolled over. Greg was already out of bed. That was strange, so I went downstairs and froze. It looked like the North Pole had exploded in my living room. Decorations everywhere, red, green, gold. The tree, fully decorated, beautiful, and underneath it, presents. All of them had my name on them. I walked into the kitchen, and there they were. My whole family. And on the table, a full Christmas breakfast. Corey pulled out my chair. "Sit down, Mom." So I did. And one by one, they each told me their favorite thing about Christmas. And every single one of them was about me. By the time they finished, I was crying. I asked, "How did you all do this?" And Greg smiled and said, "We had a meeting Christmas morning and realized we messed up." The kids nodded. "We used your decorations from the basement and the money you gave us," Greg added, "plus a little extra from me. And we made Christmas happen." I looked around, at my family, at the decorations, at the effort, and I smiled through my tears. And I meant it when I said, "This is the best Christmas I've ever had." But don't forget what we learned in 2025, because Christmas 2026 is happening, and I expect participation.